Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Big Ambitions Beta 1. It's here. It's actually been here for quite a few days, but I was told there were going to be some patches, some bug fixes and things, and I opted to wait just a little bit longer to share them with you, just to kind of give them a chance to fix anything that they had wrong. I have no idea what they were, but I gave them a few patches, and so here we are. I'm going to hit continue here. This is the first time I'm hitting this button, so I want to experience things with you. I've been told that some things have changed, so let's go through them together, and okay. First things first, we've reached goals. Nice. We also are completing objectives in real time because we've kind of been playing through the main objectives. You could probably pause the video and watch the messages from Uncle Fred. They've got some messages there too, which is kind of nice. I'm also noticing the objectives window is not completely going off the screen. And there we go. So Uncle Fred finally says, superb. Well, this warehouse, we'll use this warehouse to temporarily store your products until we distribute it to your stores. More about that later. Let's start filling up the new shiny shelves. So I've already been doing that, but I need to do it with specific items, it says. So order a batch of at least 1,000 cheap gifts and 600 soda cans through the purchasing agent screen of your BizMan. Okay, so we're gonna go to the purchasing agent. We're just gonna order 1,000 cheap gifts and 600 soda cans. So go like this. I think it's probably to, if it's probably to char gifts, because yeah. So we'll say we've got a ton of soda cans in stock, honestly. We want to go and order, looks like soda cans. I mean, we could just do just the bare minimum here because we have tons of them in storage. So I'm going to say 600 there. We can get 2,000 cheap gifts. I guess it's going to cost us $12,000, whatever we do here. So I'm thinking maybe we just go really light on this, just enough to where we satisfy that requirement, because like I said, I've got a ton of them already. And is that good? Minimum order needs to be 3. Oops, can I just do that? Cool. So minimum order needs to be 3,000. We have 6,000. I think that's probably fine. We probably don't need the expensive gifts. I can tone that down a bit. Yeah, we'll go ahead and order this. So that should hopefully take care of that one. Yep, and then verify your first order has been delivered. Cool. All right, right away, let's take a look at what I want to do. Like, we have some extra stuff to look at now, okay? First, there's this button. I've been told persona is a thing. And we are 0 age, great. We have a total net worth. We have a weekly income, which is insane. So cool. 8 businesses. We have this much energy and this much hunger. They don't really seem to, again, hunger really doesn't seem to affect me much unless I am working my shift. I'm sure that will happen over time. We do have some personal goals to do as well. This is run one successful office business. Okay, so maybe a law firm might be the next step there. Rent a 100 square meter apartment. We're gonna be upgrading our apartments. Now that we have the beta, there is the large apartment is now available now, so we will be upgrading that. We'll satisfy that goal. But you can see there's personal goals and stuff here now. I wonder if the help system is... Oh. So we do have things in here now. Nice. Keep in mind also, everybody, this is beta 1, right? There's going to be several betas throughout this. And basically, I want you all to just remember, this is a game that's in active development, and that what you see here is not representative of the final product. So a lot of things here will probably change. Everything here is subject to change, okay? That being said, though, run 10 successful retail businesses. We can totally do that. We're at 8 already. Employ at least 50 people. I gotta be getting close to that. 200 square meter apartment. Wow. Okay, so maybe we go for the medium apartment and then the big one. Run 5 successful office businesses. Own a vehicle worth $90,000. Got that check marked, huh? Reach a valuation of 50 grand. I feel like we're there already, but okay. So there's a lot of other stuff here to look at here. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I misread this? Yes, recent valuation of $50 million. We're definitely not there. Never mind. Own a vehicle worth $120,000. Are there better vehicles? I need to take a look at that too. Okay, so we have all of our businesses. As a quick recap for myself and you. We just started the Charred Jewels, and we're getting customers over time on that, and I am marketing that, and I'm probably just going to hit auto renew on that to keep that going. I also have a Wednesday contract to do deliveries here to deliver these boxes and stuff. We don't need to do that if we get our own warehouse. So I'm currently at $89,000. I'd like to import more jewelry, but we're currently at 89 grand, and I have been going around and doing frequent trips over to the wholesaler to buy that stuff myself. I would rather do that. I don't want to have this contract anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and just cancel this. I'll shut it off for now. Maybe I will open it up later. We'll see. But we're going to have that. So the first thing I want to do is check to see whether or not they have clothing. I was told it would be beta 2, so I'm not expecting it. But I kind of want to see if there are clothing available from the purchasing agents yet. And it doesn't look like there is one yet. There will be a new importer added soon. And I think that one's the one that's going to have the clothing and stuff. So we can't do that yet. So in order to import the cheap jewelry and stuff, we're going to need another warehouse. So let's take a look really quick at the, well, I want the map. So let's hit M. There we go. Map is mostly unchanged. Wait. Do you hear that sound? Do you hear that sound? Yes, that's right. We have engine sounds now in the truck, in the car. Ooh, this feels different. Oh, they changed the physics of driving here. You guys can't tell, but this feels very different. I would even say it's really responsive. May even go as far as to say it's too responsive. Now I've got to figure out how fast I can take these corners. Well, not as fast as I thought. It definitely feels much more responsive. The truck definitely has some more get up to it. I'm curious though, and it might be it. I'm going to test it. I want to see, do the vehicles respond to weight? Because it feels like this is really snappy. Maybe too snappy. Look at that corner, man. Oh yeah. So they definitely changed some traffic things. I'm told they pretty much fixed most of the traffic problems, which is kind of nice. Okay, so I'm here in the wholesaler, and they have changed things. You can see everything's in a different spot now, which is kind of fascinating to me. Not only are there signs above every shelf, but the physical location of everything has changed, which was good that they've labeled them, because it used to be cheap gifts and stuff is over here. Now pizzas and burgers and stuff is over here. We got fresh food on this side now, frozen food, cups of coffee. I'm hoping that eventually all the products and stuff are available in here, and that there's more product options over time, because there really is, fundamentally from a gameplay perspective, no reason to have 2 shelves of the same item. So maybe there's lots of room to add new products and stuff, right? I would also just like to point out something different, and that is this right here just constantly pops up at me every single hour. I would really prefer that they not. Maybe give me an option to disable those, because I have 3 registers, but I only have 2 employees for that shift, that kind of thing. I would like that thing just, it pops up every single hour now. I guess I have to hire another employee. I don't want to. I have that for redundancy in case someone calls sick, right? So if I have 3 registers, 3 people on the shift, but somebody calls sick, now I have 2 people, but there's 3 registers, but I still get that notice, right? It's weird. Expensive jewelry and cheap jewelry is here. So I'm gonna go ahead and park this vehicle. Brakes seem a little bit less responsive than before. So this is $36,450. Let's get 2 boxes of this, and let's go with 2 boxes of cheap jewelry. See if we can afford this. My math says we can, but I feel like I need to deliver this. This is $82,000. We've got cheap. Oh, I do need to see this stuff too. There's classic cheap clothing, classic cheap female clothing, classic cheap male clothing. Is there expensive? Okay, so we have modern cheap female clothing. Okay, hold on. How many different clothing options are there right now? So classic cheap female, classic cheap female. Okay, so these are just copies of each other. Yep. And then modern. Is there expensive clothing yet? No. Okay. So I was looking for. Wait a minute. On the right side. Hang on. We might have something here. Because I'm looking to sell expensive clothing, and it wasn't available, and now it looks like it is. So we have classic expensive female clothing. Okay. My car keeps wanting to back up. Something's weird with it moving. I'm not touching it. I'm not the one going back and forth. It just keeps rolling. Let me go ahead and actually cancel one of these and one of these. So I'm not spending as much money. I need to load up on clothes because we can now sell the expensive stuff. So let's go ahead and get some of the expensive. I'm just gonna pull the van just a little bit further forward. Just a bit more. It's very responsive now, very touchy now. Okay. We're gonna go with like this. So this is classic. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. I want to, let's see, classic, expensive, female clothing. These are both the same. Okay. So we'll get 2 of these. We'll get 2 of the classic, expensive male clothing. I have a feeling we're probably going to sell those quite a lot. It'd be nice to be able to import these, but again, that's a different importer, which I think is, I've been told, beta 2. So not quite ready yet. It's probably, if I had to guess, I'd say it's because it's an actual, quote unquote, physical location on the map that is not done yet. If I had to guess as to why. Total is $810. So $810 per box on these. That's not too bad. I think I just grabbed the wrong one, but it's okay. This is I have a lot of room to buy things in this van, so I want to see how fast we sell them, and then probably what I'll end up doing is I'll just add this to the contract that I have to have deliveries from the wholesaler, and it'd be good to go. Let's grab one of these. And let's go 1 more of these. These are the modern ones. You know, in my experience, the classic ones actually sell more than the modern ones do. So maybe I should grab 2 extra boxes of those instead. And we'll just kind of come over mail. This is the modern. Let's go and get this one instead. There we go. And then we'll grab the expensive one here. Yeah, we got these expensive clothing. They'll buy them. Get them on the shelves. I probably should look at, if I had to guess, I say I probably should look at maybe getting extra clothing racks and stuff too. But we'll see. Okay, so go ahead and place this order. That's 56 grand. And now I have some deliveries to make. We need to get ourselves to, oh boy. We need to get ourselves to the jewelry store to drop off the jewelry that we have. We also need to stop by the clothing store to drop off all the clothing we have. So I guess we'll go to the clothing store first because we have a new product to sell. The jewelry store would mostly be, God, this is actually very responsive now. I don't know if I like it. I can't tell if I like it. It's almost like, I feel like it's too responsive. Like before, the vehicles felt appropriately heavy, and now they kind of feel a little, I don't want to say squishy. Oh, well, okay, so when you hit other cars, too, they're just like, they're kind of, yeah. There's no damage or anything yet here. There's no fuel consumption yet, but that stuff is coming eventually. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on what it just doesn't feel, the vehicle doesn't feel heavy enough, I think is what I want to get to there. I just feel like it should be a little bit heavier. Oh! I forgot about this. I mean, I was told, but I just forgot about it. I'm kind of living some things. Remember how I said, you know, I wish there was a way to walk? If you just hold shift to walk, well, yeah, they put it in. Now I can just walk around town. Enjoy the view. I still have a walking speed that's faster than pedestrians. That's fine. What do you want here, dude? What kind of stuff do you want? I got new interviews to do. What kind of businesses do we need to see here? Let's go with interview light. Liquor store. Big demand for liquor store now. Okay. It's like we're gonna need a liquor store, guys. Let's first go into rags to wear. Oh, there's like a little chime now when I enter the store. I love sounds. Sounds are so important to games. And there's that was a little weird. Just walked, like, got it through the wall. Sounds are so important to the immersion factor of games. They bring you into the world that you're in, and they're especially important for any game that claims to be a role-playing game. And so I'm so glad to hear engine sounds in my van now. I'm so glad to hear little chimes and stuff. I'm really looking forward, like, seriously, there's so many possibilities for this game. I'm looking forward to seeing, like, what they come up with, right? Like, what are you gonna come up with that immerses me into New York City, right? Street performers, people chatting on the side of the road. I love it. Like, there's so many things you could do. Okay, I'm gonna put these on the storage shelves, and then we're gonna need to buy some additional clothing racks, or we can just take some things. Oh, we can. We can just take. We have a lot of repetition here. Maybe we can take some things off of these clothing racks, and then I think I want another checkout counter. I think anyway. Racks to wear. So still have that building limit thing going on, and everything is at 30. So there really is no reason to add another checkout counter, unless of course I want to make it, redundant to where I have extra people in the store. I have been told by some people in comments that they'll still raise capacity for my ability to sell and all that stuff. I currently have no evidence of that myself. I haven't asked the devs if that's the case. I'm mostly just going by the numbers that it shows me, and it doesn't say that adding another one of these will have any actual benefit on the business. If that's not true, maybe somebody will correct me, maybe some official source. Generally speaking, with new games like this, I am going to go based on what devs tell me over what people in comments tell me. So I don't see at this time any evidence that adding another checkout counter would add to how much business I get on a daily basis. The customers are not rendered when I'm out of the store. You can tell they're not rendered when I'm out of the store because every time I jump into the store, they're all sitting there waiting at the entrance to jump in, right, and to be spawned in. So there's no evidence, as far as I can tell, that customers are being rendered, and then it matters how many checkout counters you have. The numbers that are in your business manager, at least at appearance so far, it appears that is the only thing that is important when it comes to how much business you can actually have. I keep holding shift now. It was a habit before to hold shift when I was outside because it was like to run, but it never had a meaning. It never had a thing, It never mattered because I wanted to run anyway. But now that feature's in there, I'm gonna have to like untrain myself to do that. I know, now it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, you asked for this and I gave it to you, and now it's a problem now. Oh, I don't know. This is, again, I'm not always right. Maybe shift was the wrong button. Maybe it was, oh, I'm trapped behind that door. I'd really like these to be sliding doors or something. I don't know, little tiny things like that. Whoa, 51,000 in profit. Hell yeah, we got ourselves enough to get another warehouse and stuff, absolutely. And I can go ahead and get another warehouse and a truck for it, which means I can now provide automated like imports and stuff for the jewelry store, which will be really great because I'd like to open up several jewelry stores. They are very profitable. I would very much like to do that. But also, going alongside Charbucks, there's other opportunities for like a liquor store, right? A corner store, liquor store, I think is the next thing we're gonna do because that's the biggest demand that these guys seem to have. All right, so we have one that's modern expensive female clothing and classic expensive female clothing. So these are two different types of female clothing. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and take the cheap stuff off the rack here, put it back in. Oh, nice. We can just define what goes on the rack. And like our employees, I assume, will just, oh, that's cool. So if I want, but I can't see what they are, see? Yeah. So like this window should be bigger. And if it's like a resolution issue, maybe a little button that lets me expand it, because I can't tell what these are before I click them. So modern expensive male clothing, I want something different. I want modern expensive female clothing. There we go. And then I want the modern expensive female clothing. Can I grab it? Oh, I have it in my hands already. Hang on. Here and then. Oh, did it just? Yep. Oh. Okay. So I don't have to worry about dragging it out here. If it's in storage, it just happens. Oh, that's much better. Oh, I take it back. That's much better. I mean, I didn't really say that part was bad, but at first I was like, not quite an improvement. Nope, definitely an improvement. All right, modern cheap male clothing. Let's go ahead and take that off and then define this as classic expensive female clothing, which is just automatically on the rack now. That's very good. I'm on board with that. So now that I've delivered everything to storage, I can come out here and see an overview of everything. And we can see that we don't actually have any more of these because now there's a selector, but there's no clothes on them. So that tells me that we're out of stock. So classic male clothing. I'm going to change this to the modern expensive male clothing. And then we have classic cheap clothing here. We're going to change this to the classic expensive. Now it's bigger. See, now it's more spread out. Weird. I don't know. I'm sure again, the look of this stuff is all going to change anyway. But there we go. We've got our expensive clothing is now available in our clothing store. That's awesome. I leave it to my employees to sell that stuff in the morning. And I've got extra boxes and stuff of it ready to rock in there anyway. Let's take our super responsive van, which has engine sounds now. Very cool. And the different cars, they have different sounds to them too. So a little blue car I left back there, that will sound different as well. It'll sound different than the van does. But they don't all sound the same either. I was talking with him earlier. I have no idea if they'll implement this, but I was talking with him earlier about electric cars, right? Because that's all the rave now. And he was like, I don't know what they would sound like. I can tell you what mine sounds like if you'd like. It's kind of like a tiny... kind of like a really little spaceship, you know. It seriously has like a sound, like a really subtle one, but it's there as you accelerate. This part's a problem too. You have to be just right to get in here. You have to kind of you have to get right there, but it'll let you in. So there's some stuff in here for like this corner store that doesn't quite let me get in the store when I need it. But we have plenty of stock here now. I have been, like I said, offline. I've been going back and forth with my van, getting back and forth with the van, getting my own stuff in stock and delivering it here. So I do have these cheap jewelry and expensive jewelry both in stock. And then there's some storage shelves here that do have several. You know, I got 6 boxes of cheap jewelry, 1 box of expensive jewelry, I guess, but then this one has more expensive jewelry. Let's just put that there. So I have 2 boxes of expensive jewelry right now in stock. That's not very much, but we're going to get another warehouse, and then this can just be covered by that, which will be nice. So, looks like we're going to run out of paper bags soon, too. I wonder if I can just go in and see... Why would that be out of paper bags? We have nothing in the warehouse. Okay. Purchasing agent. I require... Ooh. Can I do it from this one? No, it has to be from this guy. So, I'm going to cancel my order, but if I do that, it won't be delivered until Sunday. So, we'll do it myself, okay? I will just go and do it myself and bring Fast Chuck a whole bunch of paper bags so that they don't run out. And then we'll alter that order. But before we get into that, it's what, 5 o'clock? So we need a new warehouse. And I would like a warehouse now. Well, actually, just go to the maps. I would like a warehouse now that has 2 vehicle bays. So I can put 2 trucks in there and really expand fast. So we're going to take a look at this one. It's only showing me 1 vehicle bay here, and the loading area says H1. So I'm going to assume that that's only 1. If I go to this one, it's this I1 or L1 or whatever. This one, as far as I can understand, and by the picture itself, it does appear it has 2 vehicle bays. So I'm going to go ahead and rent this building instead. And by doing that, I can now go ahead and deliver this van as a vehicle in that bay, which I will then replace later. But I do have 2 vans, and so I'd like to just get this started and get rocking on this stuff. And before I can afford, you see how that car just moved out of the way? It's like they're toys. The parked ones, not so much, but the ones on the road now, the physics has been changed to where these guys are just like pushovers now. You could just be like, if they're parked anyway. I guess parked cars don't act like pushovers, but ones that are moving, it's almost like if they have their brakes applied, they're stiff, but if they don't have their brakes applied, they'll just be like out of the way, you know? So which is kind of cool. It's a little bit less immersive, but it's also a lot less annoying when it comes to getting into this. I do wish there was an entrance right here. This many parking spaces. I want there to be an entrance here. I also think this place should have an entrance over here, and I don't know if there's going to be one, but this part over here, like, I get that this building exists. It could be maybe smaller and maybe have like a back alley to get in on this side would be pretty convenient. There's also a little thing I haven't mentioned yet, which I'm going to just mention it now. And that is that when you have a longer vehicle, the van is probably what I would classify as the longer vehicle. When you come out of this bay, like after you check out, when you come out of here, your car is oriented pretty much like right here like this, which puts you very close to just running into the street light. So you have to like turn immediately. I don't know if there's like a way to adjust it to where maybe there's like one less parking spot here and this stuff just gets shifted over. That might be kind of interesting. I don't know. But it might make it convenient to pull out of here. I'm just throwing out really small ideas that ultimately don't matter. Also, did I just see what I think I saw? Is it gonna let me... Wait, was it about to let me in the store before it opens? Was there a spot? You guys saw that, right? There was a button here, which was, it looked like it was about to let me in the store, even though it wasn't open yet. I don't know. I have to go back in the video and see that. It looked like that button appeared and I was gonna be able to potentially enter the store before it opens. The opening time for this one, it opens in an hour. It's right there on the... Oh, you guys are spoiling me. Thank you. Look at that. I can tell right here on the mouse over. I don't have to click into anything. It's just, look, we open at 8. Ah, beautiful. All right, let's get in here. I'm gonna go, I gotta find out where the paper bags are now. Oh, right here in the front. There we go. Let's just go ahead and grab one of these. You have to drive. I can never drive a forklift anyway, so there we go. Yep, and we'll just give these guys a whole bunch of paper bags. Look, even my car's a bit of a pushover right now. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of paper bags. 12 is pretty good. I don't think I want to load up anything else. I don't need soda cans or cheap gifts or anything like that. I just have to verify that my first order is delivered, and that's at 12 o'clock today. Maybe we grab some extra clothing while we're here, you know? I mean, we're gonna sell it. We're gonna need it. So how about this? I'll grab 1 box of the expensive fancies. I'll grab, for male and female, the classics and the modern. I'll basically just grab 1 box of each. So say you are here, and this one, and then this one, and we'll say that that's good. So we'll deliver this stuff to the other store as well. So go ahead and place that and get out. Yeah, it's you know, honestly, I take back what I said about that light. I mean, I am ready to turn left immediately, so that's why it wasn't a problem for me. But with the added responsiveness of the vehicle, it's actually not that big of a deal. Before, it was a little harder to turn, and so like you know, getting around that was a little bit different. I just like I don't know, like these cars feel like toys now. I could just push them around. I love it. Get out of my way, you. Back off. If they're parked, right? If they have their brakes on, then they are pretty stiff. But okay, so we are looking at the clothing store first to drop off the clothes. Who can sell them? And I bet I can parallel park easier now with this responsiveness. Ooh, this is a really tight spot though. Yeah, not really. Yeah, not really. That's a really tight spot. We'll come over here instead. There we go. Almost. Oh, stop. Yeah, the brakes are, everything feels different. If you can play the game, you'll notice. You can definitely notice that it feels different to drive. You just have to get used to it. I'm not used to it. All right, let's go into rags to wear. Ding dong. Coming in. Dropping off the expensive stuff. I wonder if they're gonna buy it, huh? There's still 50 here. Oh, 47 there, 48 there. So they are buying the expensive stuff. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, probably should have grabbed, I still can. I should grab the hand truck. I'll grab it through the wall and bring it over here. And yeah, there we go. Ta-da! All right, there we go. And we'll bring this into the store, and then I'm going to drop off the paper bags, a whole bunch of them, at Fast Chuck, because they need it. We'll just put that in there. We'll leave the hand cart. Oh, no, there we go. We'll just leave the hand cart there. Big deal. Although I probably should have kept the hand cart because I have to go get one from here too. But I kind of wanted to check in on all my businesses now that the beta is here. And, oh, that's peculiar. Uh-oh. So the hand cart will be here, but I have to grab it from between... Oh, never mind. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Well, if nothing else, it's like you can see it, right? Like, remember, we're allowed to stream this game. I know I've been told this a couple of times in comments about, like, you know, you're not allowed to stream this. It says it right on the menu. You're not allowed to make videos for this. And I assure you, I'm permitted, allowed. I'm allowed. Otherwise, I would have been removed already. They're seeing how we play the game, right? And they're trying to get some feedback and stuff. And I'm again super humbled, very honored to have such a relationship that allows that to happen. It's really just I still can't believe it. So thank you so much for that. But anyway, so like if nothing else, if I notice little things and it's not that way, at least they can kind of see how I've like organically stumbled upon something that maybe appeared to be a certain way. Okay, so that's a lot of paper bags actually, but I don't want these guys to run out. There's a lot of cash registers there, so I'm just gonna dump the remainder of these too. So there's 12,000 paper bags in Fast Chuck now. I don't believe they're gonna be needing them anytime soon. We've definitely got them in storage now, so no biggie. All right, so next up, let's talk about the warehouse, right? I think first what I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and I need another, well, I already have a delivery driver. I have one more delivery driver. So we can find the other warehouse that I just bought, which is where? Let's find the warehouse. Oh, it's should be already showing up on the map, but oh, it's one more street over. I'm on the wrong street. Okay. Ooh, wait now. Let's take a look at that. So 4th Avenue. This one is 2nd Street. If I was to go and put this as my destination, how does that look? So it's gonna show up here. Nothing on the street level that tells me this is the right street. Okay, so far nothing navigationally when you're driving that will tell you which way it goes. I think a really cool way is if I set destination, a really faint blue line or green line or yellow line or whatever, right? Just a really faint one would appear on the road and just sort of just kind of guide me there. I say blue because the road lines are already yellow. So like it's a different color that you're not going to see on the road. There's definitely 2 bays here, which is nice. So let's go ahead and get into one. Yep. We're just going to park ourselves right here and drive the van to the warehouse. Yep, park it. That takes care of that objective. Nice. With your warehouse shelves filled with products, we are now at the last part. Getting your products moved from the warehouse to your stores. Let's get to work. I've already been doing that. I love it. Figured it out. Drive your warehouse to the van and assign it to a slot. So this is assigned now, right? Like we did see that. Did we see this assigned? Or I missed it. So let me just double check this. Wait for new objectives coming in beta 2. Nice. Doing so good, kid. Very impressed. I'm afraid I currently have nothing more to teach you. I'll get back to you once you prepare for the next steps. Nice. We've already conquered it. Look at that. Yeah, so now it's assigned to the slot. Oh yeah. See, we're just so ahead of the game. What happens when we just played well into the alpha, right? So this is warehouse 2. I'm sure we can use this definitely, but we're gonna need purchasing agents. I think that's how that works. I have to refresh myself now, but I believe we assign purchasing agents and then we designate the warehouse for the order. So never mind. So we're gonna deliver them to warehouse 2. The logistics managers, we need another couple of logistics managers to handle the various different businesses that we're going to be doing for that. So the one thing I guess I need to do is I need to call the recruitment agency and I need to say that I want some logistics people. Oh, no, that's not it. I want it for my HQ, right? Char Inc. Yeah. I want logistics people. Wait, that's not it? Is that not how this goes? Uh-oh. Did I mess this up? Customer service cleaning delivery driver. Chart Inc. Customer service cleaning delivery driver. Wait a minute. I wouldn't need a delivery driver for my HQ. This might be... Am I missing something here? Or might be missing something? Char Inc. Logistics managers. Well, I can add a new destination. Maybe that's it. Oh, they can deliver 4 destinations now. Oh. Oh, interesting. So I could... So I could actually hire Lucas to do Bethany's Fast Truck 2 and Char Gifts, right? So if I wanted to, oh God, being able to like, honestly, for this UI, I think drag and drop is underrated in games. I would love to just be like, okay, these 2 things go to that guy now. Like, has some sort of drag and drop interface would be amazing. If I take Fast Truck 2 and Char Gifts, so Fast Truck 2, Char Gifts are both under here now, and then I need to take the settings from this. So I have, from Fast Truck 2, I have 5,000, which is a lot, but okay, 5,000, 800, 800. So 5,000. Oops, 5,000, 800, 800. And then we take 500, 500, 600 at the bottom. So we go 500, 500, 600 at the bottom. So that's set up now. So we can take Fast Truck 2 away from you. Okay, and then Char Gifts, we see 1,000 across the board. So I can just come over here and just say 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Now we can take that away from you too. So I can shift you to Warehouse 2 now, and all I need is a van, a delivery driver, and all that stuff, right? So I suppose if I went over to my Warehouse 2, I should have a driver. So I actually need to go to employees and assign my driver. And I have a new driver, and he is right here. This delivery driver, you are assigned to Warehouse 2. There we go. Then come back to the Warehouse 2, assign this guy to the van that's sitting in slot 1. Okay, so now we can now have logistics people. I'll recap so that you guys aren't lost. So what I've done is I've taken Bethany off of Warehouse 1, since they can do 4 destinations, and I have 4 businesses for her, right? So like that. And then I can now take Bethany. You could do 2 destinations, and I have more I have more businesses, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to have the second warehouse handling the other businesses. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, right? Because Warehouse 2 has the big medium truck. Yep. Warehouse 1, sorry, has the big medium truck. So I need a bigger truck, but Warehouse 2 can handle 2 businesses for now. I need it to handle 4, so I need a bigger vehicle, or I get another driver. So I think that's probably another thing I can do as well. I'll hire for another driver actually right now. Let's go Warehouse 2, and I want a delivery driver. Yeah, that's fine. And I don't really think it's necessary to have a ton of candidates, but I need them fast. So there we go. Okay. I think I handled that pretty well. I don't know. One thing I'm going to do, because I just put my vehicle in there, right? So I have to kind of walk now. I need to go and find my other car, which is parked over here next to this other warehouse. And so I'm going to get that other delivery driver to be here. But if I wait just a little bit longer, the profits that I'm going to get from today will easily give me enough for a bigger truck. So I think I'd rather do that. So I'm actually going to run over to this van just so I can... and I don't have any cheap clothing now. You're going to have to buy the expensive stuff, people. How about that, huh? We're going to have this be right about here. So I'm going to sleep 18 hours. This should give me enough money to buy the bigger truck. 67,000 a day. Lovely. Ah, good. Feels good, man. And then what we can do with my $175,000 is I'm going to come over to... Oh, interesting. Oh, it's Sunday. They're closed. I was like, it's 8 o'clock already, but they're closed. They're closed today. That's fine. Okay. So they have the cheap clothing now, by the way. It's that warehouse contract, right? Which, by the way, we should come over to Rags to Wear. Actually adjust this to where there is maybe 5 boxes of each of these, and we can get the expensive classic female clothing, the expensive or modern, I guess, male clothing. I mean, there's, yeah, you get what I'm saying. I'm trying to get like one of each of these things. So expensive classic male is what I need. And then I need the modern female, I think is the last thing. Yeah. And then we just do 1 box of each of these. And I think that just keeping those expensive things in stock a little bit, the cheaper stuff I think is going to sell more. So, but I need something being delivered there. So I think we'll run with that. And I think for the first delivery, I might actually bias this just a little bit more this way, just for the first delivery. And then I'll modify this delivery to be on Tuesday. So that's a little bit less time, just to kind of keep that inventory up. I don't believe we'll need more of the paper bags, so we'll offset this with eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Whatever. There we go. But the clothing store, we'll get some more stuff added to it. But now we have this customer capacity. Oh no! So adding these items. Oh, I really don't like how that works. I really don't like how adding this new stuff has taken down my capacity per hour. Like, since when does adding new products lead to a lower customer capacity? That doesn't mesh with me. I wish this system was changed. So looks like I'm gonna have to buy clothing racks and stuff. I suppose we can do that today, since we can't buy our truck today. So why don't we go on to not IKEA? Well, it's not IKEA anyway, right? We're not going to go to not IKEA. Instead, we're going to go to... instead, I can't wait until damage is in this game. We'll have tow trucks, by the way. That kind of stuff can happen. I'm going to start my own tow truck company. That'd be cool. And then I just go around bashing all the cars in town. Create business for it. I see a need, fill a need, and if there's no need to see, you can create one. Can I get... These are delivery drivers, right? This is a pretty good one. We'll hire this one. That's good. So I need to... Is this 5th Street? This is 4th Avenue. I went too far. Dope. I need to go back the other way. Okay, so I'm going ahead and getting these pallet shelves so I can place them in our warehouse, but I still need the clothing racks. So I stopped here at AJ's to get those shelves, but again, like I still need the clothing racks. So we're gonna head over to the appliance store. It's over near the gift shop. We're gonna grab like 8 clothing racks and get them into the store so that there's capacity for more of them. And it's been a day. I had to go roll over to Monday in order to get to this point. And so as you can tell, we made a whole bunch of money overnight. So we're at almost $250,000 now, which is cool. I am going to sleep in the vehicle until 10 o'clock. Seems good. That's when this appliance store opens. Then we'll go ahead and get out. I'm gonna grab the hand truck, and we're just gonna go in and I noticed that the mouse over also shows you when it closes, which is pretty cool. It's all very nice. Convenient things. Information with no little resistance to information. That's the best way to display information, is with the least resistance possible. So I really like games that do that. They don't make you go into a nested menu to see something. They just show it to you right there. I love that. So that's 4 clothing racks. I think since there's 4 new types, I'm gonna need 4 more. There we go. All right, so this should be enough clothing racks to satisfy the store's requirements for me. Let's go back out here, go back into my van. Sorry, hand truck, you're no longer needed, or rather, I don't have capacity for you. Then we'll whip a Yui here, which is much easier to do now. Yep. That guy didn't have his brakes on. And there's the clothing store. So getting in that spot's going to be tricky. So let's just move myself around here. Oh, come on. There we go. And we'll stop right here. It's a little bit longer of a walk, but at least it's possible. So park there. I need to get my hand truck. We'll just take something in for now. It's the clothing rack. And we'll set this up, and I don't need to go into the storage room anymore, right? I just place this rack wherever I want. In this case, I can put it like maybe over here against the wall, right? And then I just tell it what I want it to be. Modern, expensive, male clothing, done. And then we do the same thing, but I need to get the hand rack. I love that. That is a great change. Not having to go find the boxes on the shelves, so good. Because as the business owner, I don't want to have to micromanage it, right? And it used to be, before this update, it used to be that you had to set the rack up, and you had to find that thing that you wanted to put on the rack and place it on the rack. And only at that point would your employees automatically refill it when it was empty. But if you didn't do anything with it, then your employees didn't know what you wanted to do with it, right? And so now we don't have that problem, which I love. Okay. It's like, you get it. Classic expensive male clothing, very good. Let's go ahead and grab this one. We'll place that over, let's say, over here. Yeah, more female clothing. On this side, we'll go ahead and say classic expensive female clothing. Perfect. And another clothing rack. I guess I'm just kind of placing these wherever at this point, really. Female, yep. I'm kind of learning that the first one on the list is male. Second one is female. Let's take a look really quick. What am I missing here? So we have 10. I mean, we need all of these, right? So, like, you are limited by your weakest link always in this list. Classic cheap male clothing. Classic cheap? Classic cheap male clothing? Really? Let's check it out. So, yeah, okay. Classic cheap male clothing. I'll take this clothing rack. We'll place this for male clothing. So I guess we could put it like... I wonder if that's in the way. It doesn't look like it. Clothing stores. Classic male is the first one on the list. Yeah. Classic cheap male clothing. Okay, so let's take a look really quick. Once more. All right, so now we're limited to 20. So I just need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more clothing racks. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Let's go get 7 more clothing racks, I guess. We need to have full capacity on all of them. I'm gonna need like 2 different delivery contracts because I won't be able to, I don't think I'll be able to keep this store in stock with 1 delivery contract. I'm gonna need 2. So let's go ahead. 1 more clothing rack here, and I think we'll just... I'm not sure which ones we're light on, so probably the expensive ones. We'll go with female on this side, male in the back. Although I think you're supposed to do this the opposite way, right? Aren't the female racks usually closer to the back of the store? Because you want people to walk through the whole store, and I think anyway. Again, I don't know this, but I think that when it comes to clothing stores, women's clothing sells more than men's clothing does. I think. So I feel like that's something that would exist and you'd want. We'll go with classic expensive female clothing. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this hand truck and take it with me. I need a minimum of 4 additional... Yeah, I need a minimum of 4 additional clothing racks, which I can just get from here, so it's not super far away, but I still need 4 of them. All right, so I'm gonna take hand truck, and we're gonna go over here. Here we go, And let's just grab 4 of these things. $238,000 in the bank, you guys. Think of the businesses I could start with this. Like a liquor store. I will. We'll be starting a liquor store in the next video for sure. This one's kind of... We're a little bit long, right? I mean, we had to recap and we had to adjust to the beta, right? So that's kind of what this video is about. It's about sort of recapping and adjusting to the changes in the beta and sort of showing you some of the things that have changed. But we're absolutely going to do the liquor store next because that's what's in higher demand. And so we'll just kind of... I think I'm going to need another driver, right? I mean, eventually I want both of my warehouses to have 2 vehicle slots. So I will most likely be stopping my lease on the first warehouse and replacing it with the second one. So I'm going to need a new driver anyway. So I might as well get one and train them up. This one wants 18 an hour, 19 an hour, 16 an hour. This is very cheap, and I can train this one up. So I'm gonna pick Archie Jones, and then Archie is gonna get unassigned. Where's Archie? Right here. So I think I'm gonna train both of you at the moment. So unassign and unassign. Train skill, and we'll get them schooled. We should have 4 delivery drivers in total. And then I'm probably gonna need another purchasing agent, another logistics person. All sorts of stuff. What am I doing? I gotta get the clothing racks. That's the whole point. Grab hand truck and these 4 clothing racks. All right. Then what we're gonna do, of course, is get the pallets delivered to the new warehouse, and then get our purchasing agent and stuff to get going and doing stuff on those. Huh? All right. So it's getting a little crowded. I think we're gonna be spread it out a little bit. Maybe go a little bit like that. And we'll go with, I don't know which one. What are we going with here? What do we need now? We need 1 more classic cheap female clothing. We need both of the moderns, cheap and expensive. We actually need a bunch of stuff. I don't know. It's a little hard to keep track of it, to be honest. Perhaps one thing that could help would be to have an identifier on these lists, in addition to expanding the list, to have an identifier on there that would tell me how many of these racks currently exist in the store. That would be very cool too. And actually integrating that, going along that line, if it's red and there's a problem, because clearly red means bad, right? So if there's a problem with it, maybe even highlighting the name of that in red so I can see that I'm short. That would also be very helpful as well. Let's go with modern cheap. Is that what I needed? I can't tell. I don't remember. Modern cheap. Yep, good. So we have classic cheap to do, classic expensive to do, and those are 1 female and 1 male. Cheap female, expensive male. Okay, so let's go here. We'll go cheap female clothing. My gosh, these are so close together now, aren't they? I'm glad I have a big store. There's actually a need for a bigger store now. What was it? Classic expensive female, classic cheap female, I think is what it was. Yeah. And then the expensive one was the men's department. We'll put this right in front of that door. And it's the classic expensive male clothing. There we go. All right. What's left? Modern expensive female and classic cheap male. Okay. So classic cheap shit. I'm 1 clothes rack shy. Darn it. All right, I'm gonna restructure this anyway because this looks really unorganized. So I'll tell you what, when we come back for the next one, I will show you what I've done. Clothing store will look a lot better. There's gonna be much more organization to this because this looks chaotic. We're gonna have actual departments for things, and people will know where to find things because right now it's just like look on the shelf and find something. So I will fix this, I assure you. And when we come back for the next one, I'll show you that. And then I'll have the pallets delivered in the warehouse as well. And we'll start looking at getting ourselves a liquor store. It's going to be great. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like the video if you like it. And I'll hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.